All right, our last example is an application of primes. So we're looking at arranging 70 plants in a rectangular garden with the same number of plants in each row. How many different ways could we arrange our garden? So basically what this is saying is, how many different ways can we divide 70? So we have to find all of the factors of 70. So we could have a garden with one row of 70 plants. Probably not the best way to arrange a garden, but it is a possibility. And when I do this, I like to go in order, and then I know that I'm not missing anything. 70 is even, therefore it's divisible by 2. 70 divided by 2 is 35. So we could have 2 rows of 35. Checking my divisibility rule for 3. 7 plus 0 is 7, which is not divisible by 3. For 4, what I like to do for 4 is if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, then the whole number is. And we only have 2 digits. 4 goes into 40, 4 goes into 80, 4 goes into 60, 4 does not go into 70 because 4 doesn't go into what's left over. Sorry, let me explain that. So the way that I think about dividing 4 into numbers, or any number once it gets beyond my divisibility rules, is I kind of subtract off numbers that I know are divisible by 4. So I know 40 is divisible by 4. That leaves me with 30, which is not divisible by 4, so 70 is not. So 5, it ends in a 0, so 5 goes into 70 14 times. I'm going to do the same thing with 6. I know 6 goes into 60, but 6 does not go into 10, therefore 6 does not go into 70. 7 goes into 70 10 times. 8, hopefully you know your multiplication chart. 8 does not go into 70. 9 does not go into 70. And then we get back where we started with 10. So it says, how many ways can you arrange your garden? Now, depending on how you interpret this question, you could say 4. We've got them listed right here, these 4 different ways. Or you could say 8, because you could have one row with 70 plants. Or you could have 70 rows with 1 plant. I would accept both answers as long as you explain to me where your answer is coming from. Because your garden would look the same, you just might be oriented towards it differently to answer 2 combinations for 1 times 70. And finally, your turn problems. Make sure you try these. Come to class prepared to discuss these with your classmates.